Hey, it's James Redden, and welcome if you're new, or welcome back to another one of my videos. Yo, what is going on, guys? It is James Redden, and man, it has been a while since I've done a ranking video on weapons in Fortnite, so this will be a fun one. Anyway, guys, welcome to the video. Today, we are back with another ranking video, and today, if you guys couldn't already tell by the title and the thumbnail, then you guys know that we are ranking every single shotgun that has ever been in Fortnite Battle Royale. So huge shout out to Joshim's YT for this video idea. Again, this was in the Google forum. I don't know if you changed your name or not, but just comment down below and make sure that you can be recognized in the comments for your shout out. But anyway, guys, we are going to be ranking every single variant of shotgun as well. So there are 11 weapons on this list. Starting us off at the number 11 spot, I put the gray tactical shotgun. Now, the gray tactical shotgun, I put it last just because it's not very good and it's super common. It's kind of more like a beginning game kind of thing. It does 67 damage to the body, 134 to the head, and it has a DPS of 100.5, which is good because, it's actually really good to have a higher DPS. Number 10 now, I put the purple heavy shotgun. Now, this one is in the vault, and it's just not good. I've never really liked it. The damage on it was okay. It did 74 to the body, 185 to the head, and had a DPS of 73.5. It was just okay. Like, I didn't really like it, and the reticle for it was pretty small, so that's why I put it this low, because it was really hard to get headshots with it. Number 9, I put the purple double barrel, or I guess, I'm saying the colors, but I guess you could do uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. I'm just doing the colors of it, so the purple double barrel shotgun. This was vaulted, I think it's Season 6 or something. This was not good at all. This was that terrible Season 5 meta where shotguns sucked and SMGs and spraying was the best. So this shotgun was just terrible. It had, obviously, 2 shots in it, and you had to be so close to someone to be able to hit them for a decent amount of damage. So it did 114 damage to the body, 143 to the head, and 216.6 DPS. Now, that is a huge DPS, but the problem is that it only did that much damage if you hit both your shots. So if you hit both your shots, then the player is basically dead, but you have to be, on top of the player in order for it to do that much damage, literally on top of them, which is why it comes in at the number 9 spot. Number 8, I put the green tack. Now, this one is a lot, well, it's not a lot, but it's a little better than the gray tack, which is why it is this much higher on the list. It does 70 damage to the body, 140 to the head, and has a DPS of 105. So, this one is significantly better than the gray one, and you'd rather have this early game than a gray tack, but it still isn't a gun that you'd want late game or even middle game. You'd kind of want to drop it for a better shotgun, but it isn't a bad weapon, so that's why it's in at the number 8 spot. Number 7, I put the green pump. Now, don't freak out. It's only an okay weapon. It's not that great. It does 95 damage to the body, which has screwed me over multiple times because someone will get an SMG, I'll get a green pump, hit them in the body for 95, and die because of the reload time. It does 190 to the head, which is actually a decent amount, and it does 66.5 DPS. Very, very low DPS. And the problem I have with this one is the fact that it takes 2 shots to kill people. If you're using it early game, like I said earlier, 95 isn't going to fully finish off that person. You're going to need a second shot. And same with 190, middle to late game, when people are on 100 shield, 100 health, you're still going to have to hit them twice with the shotgun in order to finish them. And because it has such a low DPS, you're not firing that much with that weapon. So that's why it is this low on the list. It still is a good weapon, don't get me wrong, but it's not the greatest. Number 6, I put the gold double barrel shotgun, coming in at pretty much the halfway spot. This one was a little bit better than the purple double barrel shotgun, but I still have problems with it. It's not very good. It had 120 body shot, 150 to the head, and had a 228 DPS. Now, that is probably the only thing that's keeping it in this middle spot, is because of those stats right there. But again, you have to be on top of the person in order to actually get those numbers, so that's why it comes in at the number 6 spot. Number 5 up, the blue tack. Now, the blue tack is actually, a pretty good shotgun in my opinion. I would definitely pick it up over a green pump, 100% every day. It does 74 to the body, which is okay, 148 to the head, which is pretty good, and has a DPS of 111. So it's not that the damage is too good, it's that the DPS and the fire rate on the weapon is so good that doing 74 like 3 times will have a big effect on the person. So that's why it comes in at the number 5 spot. I just think it is a pretty good shotgun, actually, and pretty solid. And if you do have it middle to late game, I won't judge you, because it is pretty good and it can hold its own, but I just say that I wouldn't recommend it. Number 4, I put the blue pump. Blue pump coming in at number 4. This one is very, very good, because this one actually can kill a person in one shot. It does 100 damage to the body, so if you get one early game, that person's going down one shot if you hit it properly from a good range. And then the headshot is 200 damage, so if you're using it middle to late game, and they have 100 shield, 100 health, you are pretty much guaranteed to kill them if you hit them in the head. And then it has a DPS of 70, which is on the lower side, but it's still not like that bad. Like, at least this weapon actually, like, if you use it right, it can kill your opponent in one shot. So the DPS doesn't need to be that high as long as you have pretty good aim. Anyway, guys, moving on now to the number 3 spot, I put the gold heavy shotgun, and this one is pretty good. It is a pretty good shotgun. However, let's just look at the damage here. It does 77 to the body. That's okay. It's not that great. It does 193 to the head, which is pretty good, and it does 77 DPS. Now, the DPS is probably the only thing that's keeping it in the running for this. It is a good weapon. Like, the headshot damage is good. I don't even know why I put it this high, actually. Looking at this data, it is not very good. However, it does have, like, a 1-second fire rate thing, which is a lot quicker than the blue pump, which is why I put it, I think, the one spot higher. But yeah, the gold heavy coming in at that number 3 spot. Moving on now to the number 2 spot, I put the purple pump. This one is a very, very good weapon. You have this middle to late game, and you are set. You get it early game too, out of like a vending machine or a chest or floor loot. Like, you're set as well. Does 105 damage to the body, 210 to the head, and has a 73.5 DPS. Now, obviously, you guys can see a pattern with this. The pump shotguns do have a very low DPS compared to the rest of the shotguns. However, their damage definitely makes up for it, because 210 to the head, bro, like, that person is annihilated if you get them. And even 105 to the body, like, that is a solid amount of damage as well, especially like if you're against opponents who have only like 150 shield or like 150 like points or health points or whatever. Like, they're going down pretty quick. Anyway, guys, before we get into the number 1 spot, I want to give a quick honorable mention to the gray pump and the purple tack. Rip in peace to those. I mean, they haven't gone anywhere, it's just their variants. The green pump is basically the gray pump, and then the old green pump is the blue pump, and then does that make sense? And then every purple tack, or every tack shotgun just went down something. So the blue tack now is technically the purple tack, but like season 2-ish kind of thing. You guys know what I mean? Anyway, rip in peace to those guns. And yeah, so anyway, guys, if you guys know Fortnite as well as I do, then you guys know that the number 1 spot is the gold pump. This one is just so good, and you definitely want this in your loadout if you have good aim. I'd say definitely if your aim is a little whack, keep the blue tack, because then you get like many shots super quick. But if you guys have good aim, definitely pick up the gold pump. 110 to the body, 220 to the head, 77 DPS. Guys, those stats don't get any better. And I'm gonna leave it right there. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys do enjoy this kind of style of video, and I hope you got some knowledge out of it, because now you know maybe like what kind of shotguns you should pick up in the game. And if you get a blue tack, it's not as bad as you might think it is. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you in a few days for the next video. So thank you. That was James Redden signing off for now. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.